So the Demohippocrats are complaining about the language President Trump is using. These guys have threatened the United States. Democrats, get your head out of your asses. Yeah, listen to some common sense people that use their brain. Here we go.
And he said that his country stands, quote, shoulder to shoulder with the United States regarding the nuclear threat posed by North Korea. He said that North Korea holds the key to the sanctions being removed.
This guy is out of control.
On Saturday, the UN passed the
Demohippocrats gave him everything he needs for years. The Passover. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine.
To all exports of coal, lead, iron, and seafood, and is expected to cost the North Korean economy about $1 billion. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, who's returning from Asia, made a stop over in Guam while he was en route. He said that President Trump is using tough talk now, Melissa, because North Korea does not, quote, understand diplomatic language.
Yeah.
Melissa?
David Lee Miller, thank you.
Pretty easy to understand.
So let's get into that diplomatic language. President Trump's fire and fury comments raising plenty of eyebrows in Washington. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson defending those comments this morning, saying they send the type of message Kim Jong-un will receive loud and clear. Listen.
What the president is doing is sending a strong message to North Korea in language that Kim Jong-un would understand, because he doesn't seem to understand diplomatic language. I think the president just wanted to be
pretty
clear
simple shit,
to
man.
the Korean regime that the U.S., unquestionable ability to defend itself, will defend itself and its allies. And I think it was important that he deliver that message to avoid any miscalculation on their part.
There you go, Demohippocrats.
Guy Benson, political editor for townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Caitlin Huey-Burns is a national political reporter for Real Clear Politics. Caitlin, to you first. People have been diagnosing what the president had to say. And I guess the question is, are those words carefully calibrated or more off the cuff?
Right, I think that was the biggest question coming out of
yesterday's
impromptu kind of press conference, was whether this was a strategic comment on the president's behalf or whether it was more impulsive. And you've heard Secretary Tillerson kind of trying to de-escalate the rhetoric a bit, but saying that this was a way to show North Korea where the U.S. stands. But then you also heard from Secretary Mattis this afternoon saying, implying that the red line would be more action than it would be the threat. And I think that was also a big question about the president's comments yesterday, seemed to suggest that a threat from North Korea would constitute that red line as it pertains to when to strike.
Guy, the Secretary of State does have a point in that traditional diplomatic language to this point doesn't seem to have worked with North Korea.
No, it's worked very well for North Korea, right? Decades of talking with them and bringing them to the table, and what do they have now? A more advanced nuclear program than ever before, with heightened threats and bellicose saber rattling. So the way that I interpreted the president's remarks yesterday, I think, is the way that most Americans probably would, which to me was totally appropriate for a commander-in-chief.
Yeah, it was.
You have a rogue regime with a dictator openly musing, apparently, about shooting a missile at U.S. territory.
No shit, come on.
Want their commander-in-chief
Demohippocrats, man. Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, Schmucko,
I think that is a clear line
Elizabeth
to draw.
Warren.
And to make it very clear, we will not tolerate attacks against
I'm missing one.
U.S.
That's
sovereignty, U.S. soil, U.S.
Maxine
troops,
Waters,
US
another loser. Like, just shut up, man. Stop being an obstructionist. Stop being hypocrites. Let's go, you work for the people, not for anybody, not for yourself, not for your agenda.
Fire and hell and so on.
Shit.
And to me, that rhetoric is not
Replace them all.
Yeah, some in Congress, Caitlin, obviously